A great way to getting people to keep watching your stream is getting audience engagement. There's a lot of ways to create audience engagement for your stream. So we're going over the most important ones. This video is part of the series on how to become a successful Twitch streamer. This is how to become a successful streamer, where I help you reach your full potential. Enjoy the ride! This series isn't sponsored at all, so please buy our Stream Smarter No Harder merch on twitch.tv/free. Link is down below in the description. First way to create audience engagement is to ask questions. This is the easiest way as well, because you don't need any equipment for, you don't have to set anything up, you only need your microphone. The only thing you need is creativity and you need curiosity. And you need a microphone, but I assume you already have a microphone when you are streaming because people do need to hear something. You do need to deliver any value in the stream to become a streamer. And you are a streamer after all, aren't you? Let's go over some tools Twitch is offering you to add some audience engagement to your stream. Starting out with the poll feature. This is a great way as it also engages lurkers. Some lurkers aren't opposed to starting to fill in polls as well, as it doesn't require them to speak up and it does allow them to stay anonymous. So how do we make a poll? We can go to our Twitch chat here and type /poll and then press enter. Here we can just write a question, left or right. If I could write a question, question mark. And then we can fill in some responses. We can also set an additional vote, so then people can vote twice or thrice or 4 times if they use their channel points. My channel points are called cow points, but they're basically the channel points right here in the need. So you can say for 100 channel points, they can do an additional vote. If they do 200 channel points, they can do 3 votes. 300 points, 4 votes, because the first vote is always free. If you do not want this, take this off. You basically allow subscribers to vote more, because subscribers will get more channel points over time because they do get a multiplier. Here you can set the duration of the poll, so it lasts for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes before it ends. Let's do 1 minute, start the poll. Now here the poll will come up. We can see left or right. Click on one and we can vote. Boom. We can see which one is winning right here, and how long the time will still go for. And then at the end we will see which one won. This is how it looks like when a poll wins, by the way. But that's how you make a poll on Twitch, and that's a really great way to get viewer engagement going on. Channel points are also a great way to get your community engagement up. But they're super versatile, as you can do anything with them, anything you want. My channel points here, we have a message effect, but you can also say, oh, I'm gonna lurk. But in my chat, people can change the camera border, for example, or let me dab, or have a posture check, or let a meme go off, or a sound effect. They can also exchange their points for other point system I'm running, or run emote only chat. If you want to set up your channel points, what you need to do is you need to go to your creator dashboard, go to viewer rewards, power-ups and channel points, manage power-ups and channel points. And here we have some default ones. You can set your own pictures here if you don't want the custom ones, which I did. You can enable them here or disable them. I've disabled this one, but I've enabled the rest of them. You can also customize them by clicking on this edit button. You can also add some custom rewards here by clicking on the add new reward button. And I have a lot of custom rewards here. As you see, not all of them are on. And there's also visit the collection, which basically is a page with recommended custom commands. So if there's things that you like, hey, I don't know what kind of custom commands I can add, right here, there is some things that you can add. There's basically some recommendations of things you can add. You can also take a look at other streamers and what they have added to their stream to add to your stream. Don't copy their whole channel because this is stealing, but if you think like, hey, this channel ID is cool, it's cool to take over one channel ID they have. There's also a Twitch Stream Together where you can collaborate with other streamers. Right here on the left it says Stream Together, and basically you can have another streamer on your stream, basically 2 people or more people, like you see here in the examples. I do have a video on how to set that up right here in the card above if you're interested. It is great to use for collaborations, for example. If you want to do a collaboration with a camera or just a microphone, you can use this and Twitch will integrate that and Twitch will automatically shout out the other person. So that will be really cool. But what you can also do is you can use it to interview viewers, for example. You can have viewers come up one by one and ask you questions. It's a bit more risky because you don't know who's going to come on that way. Then you have Twitch Clips. And Twitch Clips is definitely a form of audience engagement. Because this way, if people make a clip of you, they're definitely 100% engaged in your content. But also, if somebody is making a clip, that is a very engaged moment of your stream. And they're really MVPs because now you can share that clip with other people that are going to be invested in your stream as well. Because this is just the best part of your streams. There's also the prediction feature where people can guess which one of the two answers is going to be the right one. For example, am I going to slay this boss in Elden Ring this try, yes or no? And then people can put in channel points on the right answer, yes or no. In some countries, you can only say yes or no and not put the channel points in. Here in the Netherlands, you can't put channel points in because of our laws. It's considered gambling, and we can't gamble like that. So yeah. We can't do that. We just can say yes or no. And I think there's more countries like us that only allow the yes or no and not allow the gambling of the channel points. If you want to make a prediction, what you can do is do /prediction and then enter. And here you can start a prediction. Am I going to kill this boss first try? Yes, no. People have 30 seconds to decide. Got it. And now people can go into this prediction and they can basically guess yes or no right now. And then you as a streamer have to say what the right answer was, right? You have to say the answer was yes or the answer was no. We have to wait until this is done. And then we do /prediction. Enter. And then we do choose outcome. And then yes, we did obviously do that. And then completed. And then yes is the answer. Boom. And now everybody that voted yes wins. Emote only mode can also be a fun break and a moment to hype up your community. And people do like to spam some emotes when an emote only mode hype comes in. Don't do it too often because people just want to chat with you, but it is fun to do it as a break for a hype moment. The way to start emote only mode is just to do /emote, emote only. Now it's emote only mode, and to turn it off, it's emote only off. Boom, and now it's off again. There's also a great lot of different extensions on Twitch that can do so many things. For example, sound effects, but also trigger things in games. There's so many options. I do have a video on the 10 best Twitch extensions right here, so I'll definitely recommend checking that out because a lot of them are great for Twitch interactions, great for audience engagement. Besides from interactive tools Twitch is offering for audience engagement, there's also third-party audience engagement tools. There's a couple I would recommend, which are Stream Elements, Streamlabs, StreamUp, StreamerBot, SemiBot, Mixitup, Blurb, Pulsoid, and Streamloots. I'm probably forgetting about a couple because there's quite a long list of tools like this. If I didn't mention your favorite ones, I love you to mention them in the comments because I love people to find out all these cool bots and I don't want people to look over some cool bots. So definitely mention them in the comments if I haven't mentioned them. Something actionable I want you to do for this video is what are you currently using to interact with your viewers? Write that down because I want you to have a good understanding about what you are doing for your audience engagement. And then add something new that you haven't been doing. What have you not been using as audience engagement? And add that to your stream. And in the next video, we're going to take a look at how you can keep your audience engaged when you are not live, when you're not streaming, because that's also very, very important. So I'd love to see you in this next video in the series, How to Become a Successful Twitch Streamer. I'll see you there.